Study Section 4. Organs of Speech and Airstream Mechanisms. Introduction. The organs of speech are crucial to the understanding of how sounds are produced in any language. There is therefore the need to look at each of the organs and how they interact with one another to produce the meaningful sounds we perceive. It is also very important to understand the body of air that is modified in different ways to produce the sounds of language. In this study section, therefore, we'll be looking at the various organs and the airstream mechanism involved in the production of various English sounds. Learning outcomes. When you study this section, you should be able to identify organs of speech. Explain what is meant by airstream mechanism. Organs of speech. Organs of speech as a term is used to refer to the various parts of human anatomy involved in the production of human sounds. Please note that there is no part of the human body that is specifically designed for speech. The organs involved in speech production have other primary functions, and speech is only imposed on them. We have the same types of organs used to produce sounds in all human beings irrespective of the race or language spoken. At this point, you need to have the diagram of the organs of speech close to you so you could refer to the mentioned organs as you read. The lungs, which we all know as the respiratory organ, are the take-off point of human sound production. This is because the air we use in the production of sound is generated from the lungs. This air gets modified at the larynx, which contain vocal cords, also called vocal folds. What are vocal cords? They are two elastic tissue located in the larynx. They have a passage between them. The passage is called the glottis. The glottis is also very important because the state it takes determines whether you have produced a voice sound or voiceless sound. The vocal cords, which are flexible elastic tissues, can shut the passage so that the air will have to beat them aside or leave the passage free so that the air could pass freely between them. When the air forces itself through, resulting in the vibration of vocal cords, you have produced a voiced sound. But when the cords are apart and the air could move freely and no vibration of the cords occur, you have produced a voiceless sound. The glottal sound H is also produced in the glottis. Don't forget that we have been following the movement of the air coming from the lungs. Now let's move further. The air gets to a point where its root splits into two, one to the oral cavity and the other to the nasal cavity. The route to be taken by the air is determined by the position of the velum, which is also called the soft palate. This organ may be raised or lowered, depending on the manner of the sound being produced. For oral sounds, the velum is raised while it is lowered in the production of nasal sounds such as M, N, ing, which are the only nasal sounds found in the English language. The velum as an organ is also used in the production of velar sounds such as K, G. Moving further towards the mouth, we'll find the hard palate after the velum or soft palate. Note that this description took off from the lungs towards the oral cavity. It is used in the production of palatal and palato-alveolar sounds such as J, ish. The alveolar ridge or teeth ridge is the hollow portion directly behind the teeth, and it is also involved in the production of alveolar sounds such as T, D, S, Z, L, R. The teeth, technically termed dental, is involved in the production of labiodental and dental sounds F, V, Th, while the lips, technically termed labials, are also involved in the production of bilabial sounds such as M, B, P, and labiodental sounds such as F, V. They are also used in the description of vowel sounds as rounded or natural. Though no sound is named after the tongue, it is a very important organ of speech. The various parts articulate against the fixed organs in the production of various sounds. For instance, for a delta sound to be produced, the blade of the tongue articulates against the upper teeth. For velar sounds, the back of the tongue, and for vowels, the position of the hump of the tongue determines whether a vowel is front, central, or back. These various organs may be classified as mobile and immobile, or fixed, depending on their various characteristics. The tongue is often considered mobile because it is movable, while the other organs, which are unmovable, are considered immobile or fixed. Margin note: active articulator or mobile articulator, the speech organ which moves towards another to produce a sound. Passive articulator or immobile articulator, the speech organ. Mobile or immobile, all the organs of speech are important because they all have important roles to play in the articulation of sounds. Took off in a discretion from the lungs. Don't forget that the respiratory system is involved in speech production. This includes the lungs, the muscles of the lungs, the windpipes, and the ear itself. All these have the primary function of respiration, but they have speech imposed on them. Airstream mechanisms. As earlier pointed out, speech sounds are produced with the movement of the body of air, which will henceforth be referred to as airstreams. When the airstream direction is towards outside, it is called egressive, but if it is towards inside, it is called ingressive. There are basically three airstreams mechanism: pulmonic airstream, glottalic airstream, and oral or velaric airstream. Please note that each airstream is named by where it takes off from or where it is modified. Pulmonic airstream takes off from the lungs, glottalic from the glottis, and velaric from the velum. Most speech sounds, especially speech sounds of English, are produced with the air from the lungs, which is technically regarded as pulmonic airstream. Most sounds in human languages, and all sounds in English specifically, are produced with the air generated in the lungs and moving towards outside. The airstream is referred to as pulmonic egressive airstream mechanism. No other airstream mechanism is used in the production of English sounds. Please note that no sound in human language is produced with the pulmonic ingressive airstream mechanism, that is, the airstream moving inwards to the lungs. Reflection. Try to pronounce some words while breathing in. Audible, sensible. Please note that no sound in human language is produced while the airstream moving inwards to the lungs, that is, with the pulmonic ingressive airstream mechanism. All English sounds are produced with the pulmonic egressive airstream mechanism. Let us discuss the other airstream mechanism. Though they are not used in the production of English sounds, it is still good to know about them as scholars of linguistics. The glottalic airstream mechanism is initiated at the larynx. Remember, glottis is the name given to the passage in the larynx. When the closed glottis shut off the air coming from the lungs or going into the lungs and serve as a piston in the production of a sound. The sound is either an implosive or ejective. Ejectives are produced with the glottalic egressive airstream, while implosive are produced with the glottalic ingressive airstream. Velaric or oral airstream is initiated at the velum, and it is used in the production of sounds referred to as clicks. Since this course is an introduction to English phonetics and phonology, the concern of this course is with English sounds which are produced with the pulmonic egressive airstream. Do not forget that the pulmonic egressive airstream is generated at the lungs and has an outward movement. This is the air we breathe out. used in speech production. T-bus, pulmonic, relating to the lung. Velaric, relating to the velum. Glottalic, relating to the glottis. Ingressive, going inward. Egressive, going outward. Study section summary. In this study section, we discuss the various organs involved in the production of English sounds. We pointed out the fact that these organs have other functions, which are primary to them, but that they have speech imposed on them. We noted the differences between the fixed and mobile articulators. We also explained that the fixed articulators describe sounds. We discussed the three basic airstream mechanisms and their movements, which could be ingressive or egressive. We finally laid emphasis that the pulmonic egressive airstream is the only airstream employed in the English language. End of study section 4. Thanks for listening.